Hello to any and all movie nerds and fans out there, and in particular, Gladiator film fans. Welcome to Film Obsessed, where today we are going to talk about the new and first trailer for Ridley Scott's upcoming new film, Gladiator II, the sequel to the famed classic of the same name. This is a movie I've had my eyes on for a long time now, ever since it was announced in a worried but also optimistic point of view. I want to talk about this trailer today because I think it did some things that I'm not as high on, but at the same time, it showcased a movie that looks pretty damn awesome. If you enjoyed the new trailer, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so we can build this new film community that I'm trying to start here on this channel. Without further ado, sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and let's jump right into it. So firstly, I just want to say, for any of you watching this video who are wondering, yes, I have seen the original Gladiator, even at my young age. I actually only just watched it for the first time in November of last year. I think the movie is truly one of the best films of all time, like many have described it as, even if I don't personally believe that it holds the masterpiece title that some have given it. It was an epic film with awesome action sequences, a great story, one of the most iconic characters of all time in Maximus, played by the great Russell Crowe, and so many technical achievements that combined together make it to be that great film. I know that many people out there have said before that they would not like to see a sequel to that film, but here we are now and we are getting that sequel 24 years later with Gladiator II. We've been hearing so many things about this movie for a long time now, ever since it was announced with regards to the production and how epic in scale Ridley Scott is going to be making it, just like he did with the first film. And I think from a first trailer and all the images that we've seen so far, I think he's upholding to that. I think the trailer does a great job to showcase the epic scale of what he's going for. The atmosphere is also there heavily with regards to how it formulates itself through what the original tried to do with the battle sequences and many of the characters that you see on screen. One of the biggest differences this time around is that I believe, if I'm correct in saying this movie is going to be shot on digital as opposed to the original one, which was shot on film. It still kind of shocks me that I am able to sit here and look at this and make it seem as though it was shot on film, but there's still that digital flair to it. I know that most people don't like the digital form of filmmaking that has come about in recent years, but I do like what I'm seeing here with this movie in particular, even if it, say, doesn't look like it is completely on film, but it still has that digital aspect to it. Still, regardless of all that, I'm very impressed with the sequences that they've comprised here so far, and I'm hoping that the action does not disappoint. Something that I have a good feeling won't disappoint are the actors that Ridley Scott has put together in this ensemble. This is a very stacked cast, and it's full of actors that I really like and look forward to seeing on screen. Paul Mescal is obviously the one that is going to have the biggest amount of pressure on his shoulders, as he has to follow up one of the best characters that we've ever seen on screen. I think he looks good so far and owning that role as the protagonist and the kind of character that he's playing. Denzel Washington also seems like he's going to be the second standout given how much screen time it looks like he's going to be getting, and knowing Denzel is one of the greatest of all time, I think he's going to kill it no matter what he does. I can't quite tell if Pedro Pascal is playing the main or secondary villain here, but again, knowing that he is one of the best working actors right now, I am looking forward to seeing him in anything, no matter if he is a good guy or a bad guy. Although, I do jokingly find it funny that his look in this movie is practically the same look that he's had in the past 5 things that I've seen him, but that's just a small nitpick. Joseph Quinn also looks like he's having a blast as another potential villain in the movie, and he's another actor recently that is getting his come up, and a lot of people are going to have their eyes on him. Finally, Connie Nielsen is returning in her role as Lucius from the first movie, and from doing my research, she seems to be the only returning actor from the original film. Unfortunately, Djimon Hounsou could not make it back, which really sucks because I think this movie would have been awesome with him in it. I think that she looks good though so far with what I've seen her, and again, as far as a returning character goes, she is the one that makes the most logical sense other than Djimon, even if he is the one that's not coming back. So that's pretty much a rundown of everything inside of the movie, and as you can tell, I'm excited for all of it. It looks really good. However, the actual trailer itself left a little whimper for me because of 2 things that I know I might get a little flack for. Number 1, I didn't like the music choice. Me personally, I think that bringing in some kind of rendition of the original Gladiator theme would have been much better than using a modern rap song. I just think that rap music gets used way too much in marketing and it doesn't fit the tone of the movie. Secondly, I think the trailer was a little too long, and for a first trailer, you don't really want to show too much. I don't personally think that they showed quite literally everything here, but they were getting very close to it. Sometimes you just have to leave it up for interpretation when going into the movie to see certain things for the first time. I don't really have a good sense of what the overall story is, even though I can see very clearly what some of the themes are that they are pulling from that original movie. I just hope that when that second trailer eventually comes out, that they hold back just a little bit with regards to how much they do show. The last thing that I want to talk about is with regards to the director himself, Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott, for the shaky track record that he's had recently as a director, is still showing that he can do this even at the very old age of 86. No matter what you think about his films as of late from a director's perspective, you cannot knock the man for still having a love and passion for the craft that he's involved in at that age. It is very admirable, and it's one of the biggest reasons why I hope this movie is a success. You see this with a few other directors recently, with names like George Miller, who is still making Mad Max movies all these years later, or someone like Clint Eastwood, who is sent to direct his final film at the age of 94 years old. It's stories like these that inspire me as someone who wants to become a filmmaker in the future, so for that reason, I'm very excited for the film, and I just hope it is a really good follow-up to that original classic. With that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow film nerds, that is where the video is going to end. Again, even with a trailer like this that had a few things that I wasn't a fan of, I still love what I'm seeing on screen, and I'll be curious to see what you think about it. Leave your comments down below about what you thought about this trailer and my commentary for it. If you want to see more moving forward from me on this channel with regards to film and you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you are new here, while also turning on that notification bell to be updated for when I upload again. So yeah, that's a wrap, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you all soon for the next video.